أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله حق حمده والصلاة والسلام على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. اللهم صل صلاة كاملة وسلم سلاما تاما على سيدنا محمد الذي تنحل به العقد وتنفرج به الكرب وتقضى به الحوائج وتنال به الرغائب وحسن الخواتم ويستسقى الغمام بوجهه الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه في كل لمحة ونفس بعدد كل معلوم لك. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا وقلبا خاشعا ولسانا ذاكرا وشاكرا وتوبة نصوحا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع وقلب لا يخشع ودعاء لا يسمع وعمل لا يرفع ونفس لا تشبع. رب زدني علما وفهما والحقنا بالصالحين والحمد لله رب العالمين. أما بعد، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My respected brothers and dear sisters who stood behind after the to share, inshallah, a few minutes of nasiha with myself. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our ibadat, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our hasanat, accept our khair and hasanat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our siyam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our tawbah. We are going through the first 10 days of Shahr Ramadan al-Mubarak. First 10 days of each, which Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam calls it Rahmah. Second 10 days of which he calls it Maghfirah, forgiveness. And the last 10 days of which he says Aidqum minan nar, complete emancipation from the fire. Allahumma ij'alna minhum ya Rabbil Alameen. We also started and said, inshallah, as long as we are speaking after Ramadan for a while, we're going to talk and read a couple of ahadith or sayings from the famous book of Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, Qaddasallahu sirrahu al-Aziz. Last night, we looked at one particular hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, where alayhi salatu wasalam told us, عليكم بمجالسة العلماء واستماع كلام الحكماء فإن الله تعالى يحيي القلب الميت بنور الحكمة كما يحيي الأرض الميتة بماء المطر. I urge you to sit in the company of the ulama, listen earnestly the words of the wise ones, hukama, hakim ones, and through the light that emanates from the words of these ulama and the wise ones, dead hearts will become alive. Dead hearts. Similar to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, like when the rain is received by a barren land, that land will be green and luscious again. Actually, in the Quran Al-Kareem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ يُرِيكُمُ الْبَرْقَ خَوْفًا وَطَمَعًا وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ. It is, and amongst his signs, he has shown you the lightning, the barq, by way of both a fear and hope, and he sends down rain from the sky, heavens, with it gives the life to the earth after it is dead. Verily in that a science for those who are wise and reflective. Inshallah ta'ala, that was what we read yesterday, and we made one particular definition of ilm. What was the definition of ilm? According to Imam Shafi'i, قال الله, قال رسول الله. As simple as this. The source of knowledge, the knowledge is Quran, Wahi, and the Sunnah, interpreter of that Wahi. This knowledge is not any knowledge, not ilmun. This is al-ilm, with lam ta'rif at the beginning, definite article at the beginning, a particular, the knowledge. This knowledge is, according to our ulama, is ilm al-tawheed, how to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. A person can accumulate as much knowledge as Google, if not more. The Shaykh al-Shaytan or Shaykh al-Shuyukh, Shaykh Google, if you accumulate that much knowledge, you are not alim in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do not have beneficial knowledge. Beneficial knowledge, we said yesterday, something that which regulates your behavior. Internalized knowledge that regulates your ethics, your morals, your akhlaq, your behavior, your interaction with others. In every facet of life, from business to personal, from mundane to profound, everything is done according to this ilm al-nafi'. Ilm al-nafi' is the guide, beneficial knowledge. Anything else will be hujjah, says Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a dalil used against the son of Adam on the day of judgment. So when we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we should always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for ilman nafi'a, beneficial knowledge. Inshallah, the concept of knowledge will come several times in the book, and inshallah we'll touch upon certain aspects of it as we continue. Now the second saying, as we have explained before in the Munabbihat of Ibn Hajar Asqalani, he has sayings in twos, sayings, chapter on twos, councils of twos, councils of threes, councils of fours, until 10, 11, 12, it continues. So we are going through the sayings of twos. We said two hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he takes into his book a saying from Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Let's have a look at this one from Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, and one from Umar, and if we have time, one from Uthman and one from Ali, and inshallah we'll conclude tonight. عن أبي بكر الصديق رضي الله عنه أنه قال من دخل القبر بلا زاد فكأنما ركب البحر بلا سفينة. Beautiful. This is a star pupil of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying to us, he who enters the grave without any provisions, who enters into his qabr without any preparations, is as though he wishes to sail the sea without a ship. If you see somebody at the shore, yes, in Sorrento, somewhere, where are you going? I'm going to Tasmania. How? I don't know. I'm thinking. I wish to go to Tasmania. Walk on the water? You can't. Swim? You can't. You need a ship. That's what our aql says, what our intellect says, what our logic says. Similarly, Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu says, he who wishes to enter qabr without preparing for qabr provisions, zad al-taqwa, the the best preparation, the best food, the best, whatever you take with you. Yes? Is zad taqwa. When you go on a journey, you prepare. You put your food, you put your clothes, you pack your bag, you take your money, you prepare. If you enter into qabr without preparation, you're gone. What does that mean? هذه الحياة الدنيا دار الامتحان. This dunya is nothing more than a house of tests, tribulations. Only way to gain Jannah, only way to gain the good rida, good pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only possible in this dunya, not in akhirah. It is only possible in this dunya. First, you must have proper tawheed. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Your aqidah has to be correct. And you need to slowly work every day. Every day of your life. You've got no option. Until you breathe, you have to accumulate a'mal as-salihah. You need to pack your back up for the eternal journey. If you don't prepare anything, and you keep on hoping that Allah is Ghafoor Rahim, Allah will take care of me, you are as silly as the person who is at the shore trying to sail to the other side without any ship. This opportunity is given to every single human being. You are not an exception. But إِنَّمَا الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا لَعِبٌ وَلَهْوٌ, says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This dunya is nothing but a game and entertainment. تَفَاخُرٌ بَيْنَكُمْ. It is a means of feeling fakhr, pride, as to who has more wealth and more children. This dunya is this mata'ul hayat dunya, nothing but ghurur, nothing but a deception. People think that dunya is everything. They look at you, how much money you got. If he's a millionaire, oh, he's good. If he hasn't got a single cent, he's just a normal person, oh, I am better than you. This is the criterion of Ahl Dunya. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at you from a different angle. الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. This life, the story of life and death that Allah says He created is here. You are here for being tested as to who does more preparations for akhirah. Because on the day of judgment, the only medium of exchange is hasanat, good deeds. If you don't have good deeds, sorry, unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives you, but normal adala, normal justice requires that you have to have high percentage of good deeds. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says one day, who is a bankrupt person? They all put their hands up. They said, Ya Rasulullah, a bankrupt person is a person who loses his capital in a business venture. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam smiles and says, that's your definition. That's the worldly definition of bankruptcy. You know what the real bankruptcy is, he says? When a person comes to the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with hasanat bigger than Mount Uhud. He's got so much. He's got the biggest smile on his face. He went through the mizan and he's got hasanat glow. He's going to go to Jannah. And the people who, the guardians of Jannah will come around, the malaika will escort him. Please sir, come this way. While he's going, he hears his name. Haj Mahmud, Sheikh Mahmud, Brother Mahmud, just Mahmud, or Kel Mahmud. Wait. You look around, thousands of people running towards you. and you feel so proud. These people are coming to congratulate me. Subhanallah. Wait, you say to the angels, wait. When you look at these people, all of a sudden you see the clear picture. These people are not here for congratulating you. These people are here for trouble. They say to you, where are you going? You finished the court with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has forgiven you. But there is another mahkamah, there is another court case. We have not forgiven you. There is a mahkamah with ibadullah, huququl ibad, the rights of the other servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember me. They're all in queue now, thousands of them. Remember me, who are you? Remember that day you swore at me. You have treated me unjustly. Or you stole my money. You have subjugated me. You have harmed me. Okay, what do you want? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, please forgive me. Tough luck, there is no forgiveness here. Says, what do you want? How much you want? I don't want any money from you. I want hasanah from you. I'm in the bad books. I'm in the bad shape. I'm in the red. So give me some hasanat. Says, how much do you need? He looks at his own hasanat by the mountains. So he gives until this person is in the black. He moves. Next person comes. He says, remember this, you did this to me, you did this to me, you did this to me. I was your son, I was your daughter, I was your wife, I was your husband, I was this, I was this, I was this. I had no control, but you were in control and you did this. So what do? Give hasanat. I'm in the red, I want to save my neck. So he gives all the hasanat, one by one, until he is completely in the black. Next person, until such time that there is not a single hasanat left. But the people in the queue are so many. You say to them, I don't have anything anymore, get lost. I can't pay you. I can't give you anything. They say, no, don't worry. We don't want anything from you. What do you want then? We've got plenty of sins to forgive you, uploaded to you. Because that's the only way I can be off the hook. So they begin to offload or upload all their ugly, disgusting sins onto this person. Until such time that there is nobody left on the line. And on top of it, this person who started with hasanat bigger than Mount Uhud, now he's got sins bigger than Mount Uhud. The angels of Jannah leave him, and the Zabanis from Jahannam to come and escort him into Jahannam first. I said Mount Uhud deliberately. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was saying one day, if any of you were to say Subhanallah wa bihamdihi 100 times. What is it? Subhanallah wa bihamdihi 100 times a day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward this person with 124,000 hasanat. One of the companions, he knows business, they begin to see dinar signs, not dollar signs, dinar signs and signs. He says, Ya Rasulullah, can I ask a question? He says, yes. You mean if we say Subhanallah wa bihamdi 100 times, and if you say more, you get more, you mean we'll come to the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with hasanat more greater than Mount Uhud? Because in Medina the biggest mountain is Mount Uhud. And the only reference they can make is Mount Uhud. If they live in Himalayas, they'll say Mount Everest. Yes, but they said Mount Uhud. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam smiled and said, yes. Yes, you will be coming before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with such hasanat. But that is not the reason as to why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would put you into Jannah. The reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put you into Jannah is because of what? His rahmah. His rahmah. You can never pay for one little ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with anything that you've done. Impossible. Impossible to pay back. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us in this month of rahmah, first 10 days, it's coming down. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have mercy on us. If Allah has mercy on you, you're saved. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any mercy on you, if the gate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is angry with you, no matter what you do, nothing will change. So Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu reminds us, don't be foolish. Be alert. This dunya is a test. You'll go through tribulations, troubles. And everybody's trouble is unique, custom designed for them. His troubles are completely different to his. Mine are unique to myself and then this. And this one thinks that he's the worst person on earth, he's suffering most. Wallahi al-azim, he's not. There are millions of others. Every single person, son of Adam who came to this world, will be tested. Amongst all these, tested with what? Sometimes with ni'mah, sometimes with niqmah. Sometimes with ni'mah, sometimes with niqmah. Niqmah is troubles. Ni'mah is blessings. When people become rich, they forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't make shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a bala. That's a big imtihan. That's a trouble. So what we have to do is to, when some tribulation comes to us, we have to make sabr. When ni'mah comes to us, we need to make shukr. But more importantly, we need to focus on packing our bags for akhirah with goodies. Because everything is written down. Raqib and Atid constantly writes it down. So therefore, we need to prepare ourselves for qabr. In your qabr, they're fascinating. Certain things that are non-quantifiable, they become quantifiable. Non-material things, they become material in the qabr. In the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I tell you, as a habit, every day before we go to sleep, we read Surah Al-Mulk, correct? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam suggests so. So when you wake up in your qabr, before the Munkar and Nakir arrives, you see somebody standing next to you. So gorgeous, so beautiful looking. And you say, Allahu Akbar, I know this person from somewhere, but I can't make it. Who's this person? Who are you? Please, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who are you? Introduce yourself to me. Who are you? He says, don't worry, I'm here to help you. But who are you? He says, I am Surah Al-Mulk that you used to read every day before going to sleep. I am here to help you with the questions of Munkar and Nakir. Similarly, on the Day of Judgment, when some people are resurrected from their graves, they see something next to themselves, a creature of something. So disgusting, the stench, the smell is so terrible. You say, get away from me. Like say, a beggar, somebody's trying to hold you. He says, no, sorry, I can't leave you. Come on, get away from me, I don't want to know you. Get lost. You can even swear at him. He says, sorry, I can't leave you. Who are you? He says, I am your su'il a'mal, your bad deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me a shape so I can cause this harm to you. This disgusting, what they call smell, you need to be punished from now onwards. So, the outcome is 0 or 1, Jannah or Jahannam, binary system. But that all depends on how we prepare ourselves for the hereafter. Qabr is the first gate. Qabr is the customs. When you come to the airport, before you collect your luggage, what do? You have to go through the customs. They stamp on your passport. Uthman radiallahu anhu used to cry. Only one place and only one time. Every time, but only one place. If somebody speaks about ayah and Quran and hadith, he will not cry. He is very sober. But comes to the qabr, they are burying a Muslim, he'll cry like a baby. More than the owner of the janazah. They said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ya Uthman, you are the weirdest person we know. Says, you never cry anything when somebody gives you, somebody reminds you, or some, you never. But when it comes to qabr, when we are burying a janazah, you cry like a baby. Why? He says, don't you know? This is the defining point for a Muslim. If at this point in qabr you made it in flying colors, you answered all the questions, everything else will be easy. But if you failed in the qabr, if you failed the questions, answering the questions correctly of Munkar and Nakir, he says the rest will be very difficult. So I worry about my own self, that what's going to happen to me. Subhanallah. Na'udhu billah. Uthman radiallahu anh was one of the Khulafa al-Rashidun, one of the Ashari Mubashshar, one of the companions. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to his face directly that you are going to go to Jannah, guaranteed by who? Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Signature. Here it is. Do we have such a guarantee? No. We've got no idea. We're between Bayn al-Khawfi wal-Raja, between fear and hope. But even though he knew that he was going to be in Jannah, but he was afraid at this customs. So to enter into qabr without any preparations, without good deeds, is like coming to the shore and expecting to sail in the sea to the other side without any safina, without any ship. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put all of us in the safina of Nuh alayhi salam, the safina of Iman, safina of Tawheed, safina of Taqwa, safina of His Rida, and inshallah sail us all the way to Jannatul Firdaus al-A'la. Wa akhiru da'wana, and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Al-Fatiha.